Hello, out there. Here, we are going to learn about Introduction of Compiler Design. Introduction to Compiler Design. Compiler, it is a translator, which translates the program written in high-level language source code to low-level language object code. In general, let us consider with an example. Jack, Nick, John are the three fellows to be considered as. On a fine day, Jack messaged Nick, saying hello guten Morgen. Here Jack is a German boy, where Nick is an Indian boy. So, Nick wasn't able to understand the German language, and he approaches his friend named John, where John knows all the languages including German. Nick asks John, what is written in the message? As we know, John knows the German language. So, he explains the message. That message says hello good morning. From the above example, we can say that John acts as a compiler, where he tries to translate into understandable language. Therefore, we can say, compiler is a translator that converts source code to the object code. Compiler is a system software, but not an application software, because it consists of some of the program parts. Compiler, assembler, debugger as such, whereas application software consists of MS Office such as MS Word, MS PowerPoint, MS Excel, etc. Hence, a compiler is a system software. Language processing system. The main role of a language processing system LPs is to convert the source code into the absolute machine code. It performs 3 steps to convert source code to machine code. Those 3 steps are preprocessor, compiler and assembler, linker and loader editor. Here, the preprocessor takes the source program and gives input to the compiler, where the compiler translates that source program into low-level language and gives it to the assembler, where assembler takes input from the compiler and will convert it into the absolute machine code. Then after that machine code is loaded and linked to the editor. Let us observe it in a general way. Preprocessor. Generally, a preprocessor takes the source code. That is, it will take input from the user. Here, let us consider again Jack, Nick, and John for the preprocessor example. Jack messaged to Nick saying, hello guten Morgen, guten Tag in a German language. So, Nick will take as an input from Jack. So, here we can mention it as a preprocessor. Again, Nick gives that message to John. That means Nick is giving input to John. Here also in general it is considered as a preprocessor. The preprocessor is nothing but the program that we are writing is first sent to the preprocessor. In technical way, the preprocessor removes all the include files #include, and it will define directives #define. That is, it produce input to the compiler by removing include directives by including file inclusion and #define directives by using macro expansion. Compiler and assembler. Next, coming to compiler and assembler. Again, let us consider the same example which we have already discussed. Jack is a German fellow, and Nick and John both are an Indian fellows. Now Nick gets the message from the German fellow. Message saying hello guten Morgen. Then Nick approaches John by explaining the message, that is message mein kya likha in Hindi. Then John approaches Sandy, who knows all the languages including German language, and asks what is written in the message. Now, Sandy will view the message and approach John by explaining the message says hello good morning and good night. Now, John understands the message in English and he will convert it into Nick understandable language, that is in Hindi. By saying ish message mein namaskar, shubhodaya or subharathri bihai. Here, Sandy acts as a compiler and John acts as an assembler. That means, a compiler is nothing but translating a high-level language to a low-level language. Here, also we will get to know about an assembler. An assembler is a translator, which translates low-level language to machine language. So, here Nick is a machine code. John is a low-level language. Sandy is a high-level language. So he converts the high-level language to low-level language. Here, he acts as a compiler, where John converts the low-level language into machine language. That can be mentioned as an assembler here. So, in this way we got to know about an assembler and the compiler. 3. Linker/loader editor. Linker is used to link all the parts of the source code for execution using the library function for output purpose. Whereas, The loader will load all of them into the memory, then the program is executed eventually. That is actually nothing but from the previous example Nick after listening to the message in Hindi. He understands it. Then after, that goes into his memory and he understands that message. So the same works here, the linker and loader performs as an understandable code and eventually it gives a machine code. All the concepts above will work based on the translator only. So, now let's continue with the translator. Translator. It is a program that converts code from one computer language to another language. There are 3 types of translators. They are interpreter, 2, compiler, 3, assembler. We have already discussed compilers and assemblers. Some of the examples for compilers are C, C++, Java. Examples for an assembler is 680 times 0 and ARM assembler. Now coming to interpreter. Interpreter, it is the same as a compiler but it converts the high-level language into low-level language line by line. Now, again we will go with the same previous example Nick and John. As the German fellow message to Nick message says that hello guten Morgen. As the same, Nick doesn't understand and he will approach his friend named John who knows German as well. His friend helps out with the language translation and says that the message is about hello then good morning. Here John is not explaining at one glance. He is explaining one by one. So here, John is an interpreter, which converts the high-level language into low-level language line by line.
Well, that's the end of today's topic. Along with the video explanations, we offer notes, mind maps, infographics and more to all the subjects from your syllabus. And also career guidance programs from current working IT professionals. And many more to our supporters. To join our supporters community, use the subscription link given below. For more topics from your syllabus, please visit our website given in the description. If you like the explanation, press the like button and rate us from 1 to 5 in the comments section below. For getting updates on any video we posted, please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon. We will be back with another concept soon.